Welcome to our second day of 7 days of exploration and study about the nature of appearances and our natural luminous state. So, we'll begin the day with the recognition of light as a being, experiencing the human body as light, and our breath as light, sound, vibration, aware that we are in an interactive biodynamic relationship with the universe. Cascading waves of rainbow grace, they come through us from the heart center. All this arises, and we ourselves dedicate our body, speech, and mind to the realization of our awakened mind and the actualization of skillful methods that all appearances of confusion fall away, and each one remembers the medicine of cooperation and the skillful means of developing community, developing awareness, most importantly, the skillful means that transforms confused states and sees clearly how thought forms arise. So we will begin today with the first visualization of cascading waves of rainbow light, ascending and descending, emanating from the blue light jet and the rainbow torus ring, which we visualize at the heart center. The visualization is a pathway to understanding the mind's part in co-creating the appearances that we call our lives. Visualizing a tetrahedron just below the navel. It becomes a double tetrahedron spinning. At the heart center, we recognize the dynamic magnetic dance, spiraling energies. From empty space arises a blue light jet. At the crown, physical body, expressing the pulse of the earth and sky. Sacrum and crown, harmonizing with the voice of the sun. All this a dream we've chosen to share. How wonderful. As we practice, let us look beyond appearances. Let us recall how all are relatives in the dance. What dances, energy changing, continuous expression, ever moving form, all projections of energy potential. Recognize the part our speech and action play in the display. Thankful for the gift of life, thankful for all those who have pointed the way. The human body, a precious opportunity. We observe the spiraling dance of forms arising. How wonderful! Spiraling tetrahedrons, spiraling energy, ascending, descending simultaneously. The dance of appearances. Each molecule, each atom, each subatomic particle, intelligent. Together we are explorers upon the sea of experience. Oh, hey ya, hey ya, hi ya. At the navel, a blue-green ring, receiving 5 streams, imagined as a vertical torus ring, 5 streams carrying mind, emotion, giving rise to form and energy systems within the body. At the solar plexus, visualizing a cube of indigo blue and which is turning an orange sun. Earth, a sacred ground, a dance ground, in communication with the sun, the seed of wisdom within each one, also represented by the symbol. Having forgotten our natural state, we laugh upon remembrance. Ha 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 Visualizing heart center, spiraling energies, waves of potential, double spirals at the center, blue light jet. Remembering, recognizing all appearances arise from empty space. Ah At the throat center, a tunnel of indigo blue enriches turning a right five-pointed star, observing the patterns of speech and thought, spiraling around, sweeping away that which is outgrown. At the crown, a cup receiving cascading waves of rainbow light, distributing them to each endocrine gland, each particular wave and color, frequency, nurturing the vessel of the body, revealing its natural luminosity and ephemeral state. Past, present, and future revealed in the now, stored at the base of the brain, visualizing a violet infinity symbol. The wisdom I visualized as a gold triangle. Observing the process of forms arising, visualize 9 stars in a line above the head. Our heart expands, offering the thought that all may recall their natural luminosity. Like a recirculating fountain, cascading waves of rainbow light descend and arise. la 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 All concepts, all visualizations dissolve into light. That light dissolves into the blue light jet and then into space. Vene ne a vene o vene ne a vene o vene ne a vene o vene How wonderful. So the sound, Vainanaya, you hear it in caves. And deep inside the earth it arises, or you may hear it by a waterfall. And Yonalegi Spa, it is the one who gives the breath. It is recognizing the sound and breath as a wave that enables us to move and dance upon the earth and in relationship with the universe. And each part of the meditation and the visualization, each time it reveals something new to me. And what is significant about the visualization is that it clears the energy pathways in the body so that you can see things as they are. You may recognize the patterns of the mind. You may see belief systems that have been created with yourself and others, and recognize their illusory nature. Some people have the good fortune, they can just sit and there it is, they recognize. And others, they practice and they move step by step to understand how the mind and emotions give rise to the appearances in our lives. To understand matter was part of mankind's evolution, and to recognize matter as energy, and that energy is constantly changing and actually projections of mind, is the growing edge. And now more people recognize, oh, what we speak, what we think, brings results. And this makes for some interesting views. Some views think, well, I want this, I want that, I will chant for it, I will visualize it, I will get it. And that is a misunderstanding of what it means, the, uh, the power of our speech, our thought. What is wise is to consider, how am I in relationship with all the beings in my life and even those I don't see? And how may I clarify my speech, my thought and action, so that all beings may find transformation of confused states. So it is a fine line, and that is why many teachers don't care to teach about the power of the mind and thought formation, because until one has first pacified the illusion that you are separate from the field of life, energy, wisdom, and then to purify the patterns of belief that think one is more, one is less. Those confused states obscure realization of what is, and in everyone is that seed of wisdom mind. In every human being, that seed of wisdom mind exists. And so as we are committed to understanding and recognizing our own minds, and also to ameliorate the suffering that we see around us, hearing the sounds of those who cry, we also develop skillful methods. Just as speaking of yesterday, sitting within the double hexagon, the double octahedron, which on this plane, on the horizontal plane, is seen as an octagon. In the center, where we are, is our natural wisdom state. Nowhere to go, nothing to do, not even to visualize, just to be present. And we've chosen to explore the possibility of human existence, the possibility of the universe. We've chosen to explore it, and in that exploration, many have forgotten. And believing that we are separate, some make more suffering for themselves and others. And we understand the conditioning aspect of the mind. And so the chants are actually meant to sweep the pathways clear of that illusory dust. And as people are sweeping those pathways clear, the ego sometimes jumps up and down and says, hey, I'm this, I'm that, and hey, I don't want to be forgotten, or whatever illusions arise. And then we call upon a certain ferocity to deal with that combative, divergent aspects of our mind, diverging from direct awareness and believing in such appearances. And so then we must be fierce with ourselves, and then we look at, okay, what thoughts give rise to confusion? So we'll recognize, disliking another human being, or thinking another person is not up to your standard, whatever that is. By so doing, one is creating more dust, and it becomes like a magnet attracting that which you don't want or don't like into your own field of consciousness. So, for example, when we are looking at another person and we think, that person is not understanding enough. So the judgment, it is like a bit of dust, and then more such thought matter builds on it, and it becomes also part of your stream. So this also means that we see each other as we are, and we know that we are in change, constantly changing and growing. So with this observation, we do not fix ourselves. Something I learned a long time ago from my grandparents. They said, people act like. They didn't want to fix people. So-and-so is acting like they're angry, or so-and-so is acting like they don't care. Rather than identifying the behavior with the person, they were looking at the behavior as a display, an act, and that is not the person. So we don't freeze each other in different states. And we recognize that our speech very often is shaped by what we learn growing up and other people's views. And there's a point where we go into the cave of the heart and peel away all of those concepts. How do you peel them away? In the practice, when we are doing the cascading waves of grace, the overflowing fountain, there is a point where, after doing the practice for some time, from the wisdom eye goes forth a beam of gold light like a rainbow tube, examining the heart, rising up through the throat center, through the head centers and the crown, and circles around and circles around. And in this way, we observe, first of all, the elasticity of our heart perception. The heart is also mind. The heart is actually, it has its own brain, and it records more information than the physical brain, and also the stomach. As we visualize the solar plexus, also has nerves that store information. And so when the medicine is circling around, when we're observing the heart, it becomes penetrating insight, and that you can see, the heart's elasticity has been hindered by something from the past. People get wounded, and sometimes it's carried through what appear as many lifetimes. And the most potent medicine is forgiving. Even when you don't quite know what it is that hurts or causes the pain. Most people hurt because they realize they're separated from their natural wisdom state, and are crying and screaming to be re-aware, reconnected with what is already there. So as we're observing the heart, we can see, these things, these thoughts, these actions, these experiences have touched me and impacted me, and also others. And so for the communication of the heart, for that rainbow resonance of the field to be continuously revealed, forgiveness is very important. We forgive ourselves and others for what might have been, could have been, should have been. This is the medicine that begins to reveal, we are indeed given all that is needed. And also, we ask to be forgiven because we have caused harm through ignorance to each other, to the earth. In the small view, we may think, my opinions, my thoughts are just that, opinions and thoughts. And opinions and thoughts, when repeated, and become a thought form. And that thought form then chooses to preserve itself because it knows it's not real. So it wants to preserve itself by instigating more of the like thought. And so learning to be still and quiet and observe is part of the lesson. To see the heart and whatever is revealed, to, okay, this is what, these are appearances, these are experiences. So we also ask the environment and others for forgiveness. Well, I haven't done anything wrong. What should I ask for forgiveness for? Because inadvertently we've withheld love, we've withheld ourselves from the direct awareness of things as they are. And so to the very seed of wisdom potential within ourselves, we also offer apology. And so this rainbow torus ring so each of the stars above is a cascading rain with ascending and descending, a recirculating fountain. It first begins from the heart, where we offer this incredible opportunity of the individuated state of a human body. We offer this that we may call forth the seed of remembrance and awaken it in ourselves and others. That's the first step. Without that motivation, we can be filled with knowledge and still not recognize the heart of our neighbor. So it is very important, the spiritual exploration or the mental exploration, to look at, all right, these are the layers, these are the things that I think I am. This is the makeup of the heart. And is it real? Like a magnet, the magnetic field of the heart holds those particular thoughts, those energies, and they actually are expressed through our limbic system as somewhat unconscious actions, and also through the streams that feed our 5 main organ systems. And so ultimately, this energy is pure, cannot be made impure. Yet we, like children playing at the pool, we may toss things in, and what we toss in are those thought forms that appear to cloudy the pool, and do, and ultimately, through discerning awareness, it is filtered out. So this is a very important stage in the meditation, and one can spend months doing it. Then those who have the good fortune to have the support of deeper practices see revealed that each of the energy pathways is also, or each of the nadis, some would say, is also the point of a living being. So we recognize the many in the one, that the cells have mind, and that the very electrons of which the cells are composed convey information, and that we ourselves, with our thought and action, may send forth information in return. In the way of the Anyunmiwa, and also in Buddhism, you don't pray to ask for anything, and you don't hope for or fear, you just acknowledge. So the idea of hope means first that you are looking outside. Inspiration comes from many, and it reveals what is inside. So we call this place Hope Mountain. Hope Mountain, it is a place where many people come, and it is actually according to geomancy, this valley is the most perfect place for spiritual practice. Also, it kicks people out if they're not what it wants. It's kind of rough on you. So how can a valley be a place for a spiritual practice and a mirror? Actually, it's a bowl, and it has all the signs and symbols that show the water going down, and at the waterfall behind it is a cave. So it is like the female reproductive system. And the shape of the mountains, and if you look, you can see her laying back with her knees up. And so Quakers came here to avoid persecution, and before that, many native people would meet here periodically. They didn't live here. They all who had the Algonquin root language would come here to this area and meet. And they would share their visions and their dreams. And elders in my youth, they said we would come here where the water springs arise from the ground. Make your prayers in these high places, and may the prayers flow through the earth and the atmosphere to benefit all beings. Why? Because water conveys information. And when people are making prayers of appreciation, the water is renewed, as you know from reading about Dr. Emoto and others who have explored the potency of thought and prayer and sound upon water, knowing all appearances are vibration. So, in observing our hearts, we also recognize at the throat center the patterns of speech and the background dialogue. That background dialogue sometimes becomes like a ball and chain. The background dialogue, your mind's chatter, it can basically disable what you have sought to enable. And so through the penetrating insight, we examine our speech, examining how we are speaking. Do we speak of manifestation, or do we speak of limitation? It is a very fine process of retraining the body and mind, because so many have, in the process of acculturalization, accepted these speech patterns. And so chanting also transforms those patterns and literally dissolves them, brings them to the revelation of their awakened state, of their potential of accomplishment. And so this practice is really simple because it is basically sound, and there is one state where there's actually a translation, a meaning, and that is Yonoleki Skla, he's the one who gives the breath. It's not even a he, actually. It gives the breath. And also, at the heart chant in Old Cherokee of the lower villages, that means the more southern villages, we refer to the dew on the grass. The dew is on the grass, which conveys it has fallen from ideal realm. It has fallen from the heavens, and it is on the grass, which also reminds us that our thought, how we are, also precipitates and becomes appearances in our lives. Excuse me. Little being in there. So each sound has a purpose. So the E, it is basically to bring again into congruence the right, left, middle part of the brain, and also it opens the sinus cavities. And when the practice is started when one is young, it keeps the fontanelles soft and and the plates of the skull move more readily. And at any age, the chant is shaking the adhesion of wrong view and also wrong thought. So each part of this practice, as you can see, is also replicating the very process of forms arising, so that you understand how you are not separate, and also that you contribute to what is occurring around. So there are some people who may stay in one place, and around them it is very beautiful and quiet, or the birds sing a different song. And it is the result of that biodynamic relationship of individual with the land and the space and the time. So the idea of contemplating the heart, when we know ultimately all appearances are just that, is basically to integrate the ultimate view with the relative view. So we think, oh, is there just the importance of matter, or do we recognize the significance of the space between the matter and the relationship of our thought with the environment and one another? So there have been many experiments done, and you can actually go online and do some research about the impact of speech on cells within in petri dishes, and even the cells that are separated miles away. And the energy thought form projected to a particular group of cells, positive or negative, is actually perceived in the cells that are placed in another laboratory. And also with DNA, have similar experiments been done. And most amazing are the experiments with electrons. When they can be halfway around the world, in different laboratories, and information inscribed on one electron or one photon is immediately available, faster than the speed of light. On the other side of the world, it is revealed on the electron or photon that is there. So this says a lot about the power of our speech. And so it is so important, the clarity of speech, because how we are shaping sound because sound vibration, thought vibration, gives rise to what appears. It is wise to recognize all is a relationship and to energize the thought of we grow, we understand, wisdom is continuously revealed, and we learn. And this doesn't mean to become a Pollyanna, where you only see the good things that are happening. What it does mean is that you choose to energize the good, and you recognize what is not good, and you visualize how it will become good. You energize how it improves. And that is a new practice, learning these things in dream practice. So there are some who think that spirituality is you silently live it, and there are others who recognize that we are dynamos, like the Mamani in Colombia. Is it Colombia? The elder brothers, they call themselves. Where do they live? The Kogis, yeah. They live in Colombia, and they raise people in a certain way. Some children who show particular attributes, particular sensitivity, are raised in caves. They don't see the light, they don't see other people except the one person that they may talk to. And they learn to see the world with their inner eye. And they are told they are the parent of this world. And what they see with their inner eye, they nurture as if they would nurture a child. So one learns to take the whole earth, all beings, the universe, into the heart, thereby recognizing you've never been separated from it. And the body-mind is conditioned through that training process to remember it. And it also happens in the Americas. I don't know of people doing it today, but it was done in the past, where people were kept in a special way, not interacting with the world of illusion and projection. And you might say that many cloistered groups, in a sense, seek to preserve a certain view. What is interesting about the Kogi is their recognition, and they're told constantly it's a dream. And they recognize it's a dream. And they have compassion for everyone who is forgotten that it is a dream. So this process of observing our own heart is an awakening to the remembrance that it is a dream, and correcting our speech is also an awakening. Everything is here, there is nothing to ask for. This is what the young person is shown in the cave. Look how wonderful and precious this world is, and also how tender it is. People don't know, they harm each other, they harm the earth. And so this person in the cave is making prayers and movements to repair and reawaken. And then in other parts in Central America, there are people called awas that very often scientists want to catch them, but you cannot. And like old Cherokee, the only clothing they wear is woven from bark. because it has more better communication, doesn't interfere with your sensing, your relationship to the environment and the universe. So they only wear clothing made out of bark. You can find rayon made out of bark. And they move through the forest and they carry containers that have representation of all types of life in them. And each morning, and each sunrise and sundown, they make prayers like rain sticks. And they open them periodically when they notice the timber has changed, and they know when a whole species becomes extinct. And they also know when a new species arises, when something new appears. Their understanding of vibration is so amazing that I've actually seen a person who was dead and autopsied, reanimated, without scars. That is how deep their understanding of vibration is. So every human being with their chatter can unify with the field, recognize their unity with the field, and enhance the flow of well-being, wisdom, and methods of understanding and reconciliation. Or one contributes to the old habit and strengthens those aggregates that are nourished by fear and ignorance. So it looks like it's time for a break. It will take 15 minutes. I will sit here, and that's good.